Rob Schmitt picks up our team coverage. He's live in Rosenberg, Texas, where roads are already giving out. Rob?
Yeah, guys, 20 minutes southwest of downtown Houston, and just the impact of water. This really illustrates it perfectly. It's incredible to see what a little creek that runs underneath this roadway can do when you pump it with way too much water. Look at this. This is a 30-foot gap in the roadway. It is remarkable to see. Look at the guardrail here just wandering right down into the stream now. What a mess. We're on a secure side over here, so I'm going to be okay. We've got the ground. If you ever want to know what the ground underneath it looks like, this is one way to find out. I mean, this is just incredible to see. We wandered also into close to downtown yesterday, and we found this intersection. This is an on-ramp to the 610. And we spotted a young man just riding his bike right through about 2.5 feet of standing water. This is the scene all over this city and surrounding areas of Houston and a lot of southeast Texas, frankly, right now. And the reason you don't want to drive into standing water, this next video showing you, this is a traffic camera that picked up a rescue. A man drove his truck into the water. He got stalled out. He had nowhere to go. The water started coming up, and if it wasn't for the police and the firemen that came in to rescue him, he probably would have been killed right there in his truck. So really, heed the warnings. Don't mess around with it. And this storm, of course, all started south of here, about 2.5, 3 hours south. That's where we started in Rockport and in Port Lavaca and other areas like that, and Aransas Pass, and it just devastated that area. You're talking 130-mile-an-hour winds as this thing took over that area. It was a windstorm down there. The water wasn't bad, but the wind just decimated homes, and you're going to have thousands of people without homes in those areas. And now it is, of course, the water story. And all of this rain, we've had 2 feet of rain, and we could get 2 feet more, and I can't wrap my head around that much rain. I mean, I remember thinking 3, 4, 5 inches of rain with so much rain, and you're talking rain by the foot. It's just, it's madness. And if you don't need to be out, don't go out, and don't drive through the standing water. Don't be stupid. Get through the next 4 days in Houston, and just pray that your friends and neighbors do as well. And this is just, it's just a lot of water. And you got to be safe. You got to be smart with it. Guys, we'll send it back to you. Yeah.
It's just so heartbreaking. You work so hard to buy a house or to pay your mortgage or to pay your rent, and then to see your entire house flooded. You've been through it. You know the process. It takes a long time to rebuild.
Yeah, it takes a long time to rebuild. The first thing you do is find a place to stay, and you hope the hotels aren't gouging you out. The next thing you do is you make sure you get your insurance papers out if you're to grab something that might be important. And after you go back, then you got to contact FEMA, and it's a race to get attention. FEMA is going to be there for years.